Let's check out this market. Today we've got sideways with reddish undertones. It's not too bad. There's a few exceptions here. Bitcoin's just range bound at the moment, keeping above the 10,000 mark and can't get above the 10,400 mark, which isn't that great. Ethereum's doing what it needs to do around that 360 mark, and Chainlink's down a little bit, but nothing too bad. Still hovering around that $12 mark as well. So it's not looking too bad, but it's not looking heaps great. Altcoins exploding against BTC, which is a good sign as well. Heading over to Bitcoin right now, we can see that we've got this rounded bottom still in play, and we've still got the 200 moving average up here as well. So hopefully we can see Bitcoin hold this level, this 10,000 level, 9.9 if we get a break below 9.9, or if you're not into that, you could get a break below this rising rounded bottom here. Then you could probably look to make sure your stop losses are sitting here somewhere or somewhere down here. Careful of getting wicked out though as well at the moment with these big long wicks. Wick here, wick here, wick here, wick here. So careful of them. Still moving up here, possibly coming downways on the histogram, but still moving up on the price action. So got to look at that for a possible bearish divergence there, which we may see play out to the downside. If we do play out to the downside, it's going to be pretty big. Next major support's around that 9.5 area, and then we come back again to 9.2, 9,000, and further on down, she's a slippery slope from there on as we come down the hill. 8.8s, and we should start to find some good support around that 7,500, 7.6 area there. And but if we do break to the top side, then we should be able to pump up and have a look at this trend line and also the 200 on the 4 hourly. This would be nice. This would be really nice. May look like a bear flag coming and forming at the moment as well, but the longer this goes on, maybe we see some good consolidation here and then come back up to the top and retest this 200. Heading over to altcoins, Kava. Kava's come out with, or the CEO of Kava has actually come out and said, I'm almost ready to release a new roadmap for Kava. Hope it surprises you guys. Buy the rumor. So we got some hype here coming from Kava. So maybe in the next couple of days we might see some price action towards topside, hopefully, if it's good news coming out of Kava. So we can have a look over here on Binance that we're in this, that we've had these double bottoms or this triple bottom here coming across here, broke out nicely above the 200 as well, and we come up the top and it's held that pretty nicely, and then we've come back down, retested this trend line here, this horizontal line here. So we've had an SR flip, support and resistance flip. Now our resistance, which has been hit 3 times, bang, there again, drop back under, finally broke above, is now support for us as well. So we've got a few nice supports there with our dynamic 200 holding us up as well. So hopefully we can bounce off here, good little retest, and have a little bit of good news pumping going on with Kava. Across here, Doc is one to watch. Doc's come out with some Twitter news as well, and they've got a mainnet launching, and they've got a heap of news coming up as well. So claim deduction, security audit, which is always good, token swap anchoring, launch of the POS mainnet, POS mainnet, and launch of the POS testnet as well. So they've got some big news coming up over the next few months, all the way through to next year as well. So what has Doc had to say? Doc's had to say, the Doc Danforth testnet continues to be stable, and 13 validators have now produced over 800,000 blocks. Security audit underway. Mainnet looks likely to be just around the corner. So keep an eye on Doc. You can have a look at Doc here over on Binance as well. It's kind of teetering with the 200 support resistance level there, and you also got this 200 moving average, which it's kind of having trouble getting through. So, if you're watching Doc, it's a good one to keep an eye on. If it can break above this level here, is around the 219 area there, which it's kind of had a tough time getting through, and then also through the 200 moving average, then you can move nicely up to 250 odd level. Hopefully you get to there, and then we can move to the next level up here around 270-ish. What it could do, you've got a bearish MACD cross here, so on the 4 hourly. So we might, and the RSI is also starting to roll over. So we could have a possibility that she rolls over, comes back down, forms a big double bottom, and then comes back up, depending on when the news happens for the mainnet, or it could just consolidate within these areas here and then come on up as well. See what happens with Doc, but it's a good one to keep an eye on. Total 2, we can have a look at Total 2. We've got these forming here, three little wicks here as well, so we can come down here. It's touched here again, coming close to here, this 116 level, and then we've come all the way up, touched this trend line here, this resistance level, and is falling back downways. So hopefully we can come back down here over the next day or so and come back up for a nice little pump with the altcoins.